Hi everyone. I'm starting out great already. How are everybody? How is everybody? I clicked on the incorrect thing. Here we go. This is, I'm just having fun with myself. No problem, everyone. All right, let me get my comment pasted tonight. Oh, goodness gracious. I clicked on the wrong button and the whole thing kind of disappeared, and I didn't know whether I was still on or what I had done. So here we are. It looks like it's taking a minute for Facebook to catch up. So give me a second here. I'm gonna get my tablet rolling. And all right. I'm on my own tonight. Tony's not with me. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Samantha. So Samantha was on here laughing with me. All right. Yeah, because all of a sudden the whole thing disappeared and I was like, what happened? Oh, I set it all up and went away. So but we're good. We're good. Hi everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. Please let me know that you're here. Say hi. You can just observe the rest of the time if you want. If you want to stay in the shadows and you don't want to let me know you're here, that's fine. I just welcome everyone. I'm so glad you're with us. Tonight is hello, Linda Lou. Hello, Princess Sophia. Welcome. Glad you're joining me here. Hi, Brandy. How are you? Um, so welcome everyone. This is Table Talk Thursdays, and I am Elyse Ann Psychic, Psychic Liaison, Bridge the Unseen. And we are talking tonight about dreams. So let me see here. Hi, Jen. Hi, Janice. Hi, Maria. Hello, Cindy Rose. Thank you, sweetheart. Marie. It's Marie. Hi, Marie Taylor. How are you, sweetheart? I just want to let you know that tonight on Thursdays, I do something called a Table Talk Thursday. It's a live event. We pick a different subject every week, and we have a communication about it. We have a discussion about it. You can tell my words already tonight. All right, we have a discussion about it, and we interact. You guys get to ask me questions. So, Marie, tonight is not one of my mini psychic reading live events. So I invite you and urge you to stay. It's a lot of fun. I hope you'll stay and experience it with us. We have great fun in this group, and Marie also, and everybody, make sure you're following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page. That way you'll get notifications of when I go live. Make sure your notifications are set to favorites. And so, Marie, I hope you'll stay with us. All right. Joel. Hi, Joel. Thank you. Hello, Will. Joel, thank you for sharing this out. Yes, please. Everybody, share it out to your timeline publicly. Share it out to groups. Invite your friends. That's what we're all here for. So tonight, we're going to talk about dreams, and it's really interesting because I have to say I'm in no way an expert in any way, shape, or form. So I thought I don't know exactly where this is all going to meander, but we're going to go with it and we'll see what we come up with tonight. Marie, honey, you're so welcome. I hope you'll stay with us this evening. Hi, Jerry Lee. How are you? Hi, Morgan. How are you? You were just thinking about me. Hi, I hope it's really good thoughts. So, hi, Melissa. Good evening. So, I just thought that maybe I'd start out with a question for all of you. So, how many of you journal your dreams? I'm curious. I know what my answer is, but I'm curious to hear other people's answers to this because there's a lot of different things that go into it. So, you know, I don't even know where to start when it comes to dreams. We can go in a lot of different directions. The one thing I will say is tonight, just so you know, because I don't know if anybody's going to get on and want me to interpret their exact dream, but that is hi, Samantha. How are you, sweetheart? Um, Sorry, guys. But, symbology, interpretation, that's very targeted. It's very specific for the individual. Even though there are dream dictionaries and references we can turn to get the symbology, and get a general idea, but we also have to remember how does it fit in for ourselves. So I think that dream interpretation, in a lot of ways, is either very psychic, or we can do it for ourselves. That's the way I kind of see that. So let me see. I got some of the answers here. I got at least. Let me see here. Princess Sophia, what did you write here, sweetheart? Okay, let me first look at a couple of the answers, and then I got to see what Princess Sophia says. I'm a little intrigued. Okay, Samantha, I don't but want to start. All right, okay, cool. Jen, I definitely journal my dreams. Awesome. Morgan, some of them, and I always look them up if I remember. Okay, Linda Lou, I need to. I'm having really vivid dreams every night. Janice, I don't journal, but I look it up as soon as I wake up. Samantha, I had a dream of my ex who passed away, and all I remember is me hugging him, telling him how much I love him, and showing him all the stuff I've done since he passed. It was sweet. That's awesome. Samantha, I want to talk a little bit about that. So if for some reason I forget, kind of bring me back to that. All right. Because I want to talk about that in regards to something. Hi, Mabel. How are you? How do we differentiate between an astral projection? Okay. Natalie, I never can remember my dreams. I don't even know if I dream. Why can't I remember? Okay. Yes. Melissa says yes. Okay. Let me go back up here. Princess Sophia says, are your team at least told to stay in the background and keep quiet while you are teaching? No. But I've been talking to them about this, and I'm like, I don't know where we're going to go with this subject, but let's just see how it works. If I talk for 10 minutes and we're done, oh well. Some subjects I know a lot more about than others, and I still can come in and figure it out from some of my experiences and everything else. But dreams is one of those ones I just put my foot in the pool and said, I hope I like it. So we're good. We are so good. All right. This is cool. I love the answers and I want to get to them. Hi, James. How are you? Michelle. Hi, sweetheart. I'm good. Hello, Kristen. I am doing well, James. Thank you. Sherry says, I always have vivid, realistic dreams. All right. Princess Sophia, the glass of water by the bed is a good one to get answers. Thank you for that. Very true. I have heard that. Definitely. Hello, Elyse. I had a vivid dream last night, and I find it crazy how dreams is this week's Table Talk Thursday discussion. Hope you're doing well. Well, thank you, Joshua. I am doing well. It's usually the way it works, right? Jen, I write my dreams down as soon as I open my eyes before my feet hit the ground. Okay, cool. Okay, so this gives me some good things to bounce off of, and I love it. So thank you, everyone. I just love the interaction as always, right? So thank you. Okay, so let's delve a little bit into the whole dream thing, if you will. Now, you know, if you go scientific, some people, believe that it's just our brain doing its thing. We're here from the spiritual side of things, right? So we know it's a little different. I know from my own experiences, some of my dreams, what they're about, and so forth. And when we're dreaming, there's several things that can come up. First of all, some people, it truly is we're working stuff out. Okay, we've got stuff that's bothering us, and we're working it all out in our brain. Could someone do me a favor? I know this sounds a little weird, but I've been struggling with sorry, I'm all of a sudden veering off here, but I've been struggling a little bit with Facebook and their comments on my lives. Can I don't know, Jen, I see your name here. Jen, do me a favor, just write hi and send that comment. I just want to make sure I didn't freeze. Okay, I didn't. Princess Sophia just put something in. Okay, thank you, because I'm a little concerned because I've been having some issues. So, all right. So Princess Sophia said, I've had a dream for the past few nights about a jerk, but I lose it so quickly. So I'm hoping I remember it the next time. I gotcha. Okay. Well, sometimes, of course. Hi, Ariel. How are you? Thank you, Jen. Are you talking to me, Princess Sophia, about replying to myself? I don't really have that option, doing that while live. I don't know if you were talking to me or not, so I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, back to dreams. So, lots of times our dreams we're working through things on our subconscious, things that have been bothering us, things that maybe we're fearful of. And so sometimes it's just purely that we're working out our issues. Sometimes the dreams are really about, hi Sandra D, welcome, are really about manifestation. We're manifesting. When we're in a dream state, we're in a sleep state, we're in a different level brain wise. We're not so much in our brain, right? And I'm not going to get scientific on you, as you can tell by me saying brain wise. Definitely not my wheelhouse, but there you go. Is that a scientific term? Brain wise. Anyhow, um, I'm in a mood tonight. Okay, so sorry guys. So we're in an altered, it's like we're altered. So we're not in our brain, we're not in the ego, we're not in the mind, we're in an altered state. And that's why some of the spiritual work can really be done through our sleep time. Because when we're going through our worlds every day, we're going through our day, right? Our brain is engaged in so many different directions. And it's a nuance, but receiving psychic information is a little bit different. There's a little bit of a shift in where you are in your energy, your brain, where it sits, and so it's a little bit different. But we have none of the blocks up. We're not in a awake state, so spirit can get through to us, and we can also do some energy work during that time, right? So some of this is about when we sleep. It's about manifesting things, and working through manifestations also. The other one too is, of course, messages. Okay. Our dreams are full of messages. Now, don't get upset if you're like me and you really don't remember your dreams most of the time. It's not too often that I do. And but the thing about that is, I just want to let everyone know who may have that same, I don't want to call it an issue, but that same situation where you really don't remember your dreams very much. Um, I'm a full believer that we still get whatever messages we're supposed to get, because it's on a whole different level. It's not in our conscious mind. So even if we don't remember, somewhere we've got the message. Okay. Our higher self received it. And so that's my belief system. I don't feel that I personally need to remember all my dreams, because I know I'm getting the information, whatever I'm supposed to know. Okay. So, but it is important, if you do remember, to write down, to journal. I have to make a confession. I really don't journal them. And I've had people say throughout the years, journal them, but I don't know why. It's been one of those things for me. Maybe because I don't remember too many dreams, so I haven't taken it upon myself to do it. I'm not really sure, but those are my true confessions for tonight, that I don't journal my dreams, but that's okay. I do know that I'm getting all the information, right? So our dreams are full of messages and symbology, and because it's on a different level, when we remember it on a conscious level, when we wake up, it doesn't always make sense. But that partly is too how psychic information works. There is no logic in it. So let me look at the comments, because I've been talking for a few minutes here and I've seen some comments fly by. So let me take a quick look here. Let's catch up on our comments. Okay. So yes, Princess Sophia, you were telling me if you reply to a comment, they usually come back up. Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, it's just when I'm in the live, I'm afraid to mess with it too much, because the last thing I want to do is accidentally stop end the live in the middle of it all. So, okay. So, hello, Brandy. Hello, Natalie. I better dream then. You see, this is why I brought it up, because I knew you were one of the ones that said you never remember, but I really want to reassure you that you're getting a lot of the information, whether you remember it or not. Okay. Really, really, really important. Mabel says there are definitely some dreams you don't want to manifest. Well, that's true, but there's all different reasons and things that are happening in our dreams, and we are going to go a little further in that. Okay, and I know someone asked me a question, the astral travel. Let me write that down. I'm going to write it down on my notepad here, and we'll talk about that some. Okay, and let's see. Princess Sophia, what is the difference when we remember a dream clearly, but others only when we wake, but quickly forget it? That's a good question. Hi, Vili, I'm sorry. I forgive me in advance. Vitali? Maybe it's Vitali. I'm sorry if I just butchered your name. I apologize. But welcome. Hi, Opal. Thank you for sharing. Vitaly, tonight is not necessarily psychic readings. Okay. Tonight is Table Talk Thursdays. I hope you'll stay with us though. And also make sure you like and follow my Elyse Ann Psychic page and put your notifications at favorites. And that way you'll get notifications of when I go live, Vitaly. I have a weekly Wednesday live that I do, Psychic Mini Reading Live. And I also usually jump on at least one other time during the week and do a psychic mini reading live. So that's why you want to like and follow my page and have your notifications set at favorites. But Vitalia, I hope you will stay with us. If you want to know how much my readings are, you can go ahead and visit my website, ElyseAnnPsychic.com. Learn more about me, everything I offer, events happening. I have a Zoom gallery psychic reading event coming up, excuse me, June 4th. So please go ahead, Vitaly, and you can get more information about me from my website. All right, ElyseAnnPsychic.com. Okay, Princess Sophia. I had a dream that my stomach exploded and I felt better after. And in real life, a few months later, I exploded with a person and felt so much better. That's symbology. Absolutely. Symbolism, symbology. Absolutely. Melissa, I keep having recurring dreams that I will have an amazing encounter with someone and then something distracts me and the person is gone. And I spend the rest of my dream trying to find them, looking everywhere. And I always wake up before I find them. It's with people that I know and have never met. This has been the past 3 to 6 months. Any idea what this is trying to tell me? Well, tonight's not necessarily about interpreting individual dreams, but it is kind of a theme that people have this kind of dream where they meet someone and then all of a sudden they disappear and they can't find them. And to me, that's working out fears. That's fears of being alone, fears of being lost, or feeling lost in some ways. That's what I would interpret that to be. And again, I addressed Melissa's individually because it is a theme type dream. Okay. The only reason I'm saying that, guys, is I know everybody has different dreams and everybody wants them interpreted, but that's not necessarily for tonight. I just had a great idea. I don't know though. I have to think about that. I wonder if I should do a dream interpretation live. Where I will interpret your dreams. The wheels are turning. Let me write it down here, guys. I don't know. Tell me what you think of that. Tell me what you honestly think of that idea. It just came to me. My team, they're here. They give me ideas and things all the time, messages. I wonder. Give me your thoughts on that, guys. What do you think? Is that something you would be interested in? I'll put it in the considering pile. How's that? All right, so let me see here. I'm going to catch up a little bit more. Let's see, Katie. Oh, I had a dream that my son bit me. Then I woke up and I had a bite mark on my arm. Uh-oh. Hi, Katie. Uh-oh. All right, Joshua. My dream was about a crow that had caught my eye on the side of the road that was clearly in distress. I felt extremely obligated to turn my vehicle around to go help this bird. I noticed everyone continuing to pass by this crow and felt doubtful it would allow me to get close enough to take off this object wrapped around a leg, preventing it to fly with the others. I decided to get closer and locked eyes with it and felt immediately that it trusted me to help it. I scooped it up and felt love and appreciation from it. I felt as if we were communicating, but not verbally. I took off this object, wrapped around its leg, and the crow looked back at me in appreciation and flew off with others. That is a cool dream. That is a cool dream. Well, Joshua, you have a way with animals too. I don't know if you're aware of it, but you've got a connection there. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. Opa, what does it mean when you dream of the loved ones that have passed? Okay. Thank you. That is going to be the next type of, not a type of dream, but what happens during dream time. So thank you. Thank you. I'm going to continue going through, but Opal, that is the next subject or the next part of this subject that I'm going to talk about. Okay. So give me just a second. And Janice says, I read that the feeling of falling or rising when asleep is your body going for an astral trip. I used to wake up until I stopped being afraid of it, trying to roll with the cosmos. That is cool. Melissa says makes perfect sense. Okay. Opal, yes, that would be awesome. Samantha, that would be cool. Brandy, yes. Mabel, okay. Cindy Rose, okay. Um, Brandy says, excellent idea. That would be awesome. Live, yes, do it soon. Yes, please do that. Looks unanimous. Yes, it does, Brandy. That's what I love about spirit. That's my connection with spirit. This is how my day goes. All of a sudden, I'm going along my way, and boom, they just drop something right there, and I'm like, okay, let's do that. So I love it. Okay, I'm gonna work on that and decide if I'm gonna do it as a Table Talk Thursday live or if I'm gonna go a different direction with it. So I'm not sure yet, but that is gonna be coming up sometime. I'm gonna say probably June. The reason I say June, guys, is just so you know, because some of you are gonna ask me about next week, and next week is moving weekend for me. I've had to move. It's not really necessarily my option that I want to, but there's a renovation happening, so I have to move. So next week is not going to be Table Talk Thursdays. I get the keys next Thursday, so I'm going to be, you know, doing my thing. Ugh. I'm not looking forward to it, but anyhow. So, and then I have to settle in. So I'm going to say, just so you guys know, I don't know, you know me. I might come up with it in May. I might just say, oh, let's do it. But I'm probably looking at doing something like that in June. Okay, I'm going to sit with my spirit team too and see what they have to say. All right. So thank you for all of that feedback. That's awesome. I love the idea, but I want to get your feedback because really it's for you guys. So awesome, awesome. Okay. Crow is good energy to have around. You are protected. That's awesome. Yes. Okay. I got to get to a few of these questions too. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Vitaly, my dead granny appears in my dream and we're walking and talking with each other. Vitaly, I hope you are writing down what she is saying to you. If you can remember any of it, it's very, very, very important. Hi, Sandy. And the thing about that too, guys, is when people, oh, pardon me. Um, when people communicate, when we get these messages through our dreams, it's it's not necessarily clear as day. They tend to come across in symbology or uh what's the word, I'm not sure exactly how to describe it. Okay, let's jump into this. I'll catch up on some of the hi Dana, I'm glad you're here. So let me go into what Opal was asking about, okay? And I do have the astral travel, and I know Sophia, Princess Sophia, you asked a question. I'll have to go back in and look for that. But on the visit, okay. So the other type of dreaming that we do is visitation. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Okay. Um, visitation. So Vitaly, what you were describing, I love that, a visitation dream. Oh, okay, there you go. I just looked up. I didn't even see Samantha's comment till now. So thank you, Samantha. That is exactly true. It's visitation. Okay. And what does that mean? It's when those that we love have crossed over and they come back to us, and they come back to us in our dream. And some people will say, well, how do you know it's them and it's not like just you're dreaming about them? Okay. It has to do with when if when it's as real as if you and I are sitting right across from each other talking, not through the computer, but I mean like right there. It's so real, it's so vivid. There's no doubt that it's them. That is a visitation, and many times they come to bring important messages to us. Now, just remember, something like that isn't always going to show up exactly the way you think, and I will give you an example. After my grandmother passed, this goes back a lot of years. She showed up in one of my dreams. She visited me. She had a message for my mother. Now, I knew at the time, first of all, it did not look like her at all. This, whatever, whoever this being was, they just showed up the way they were. It did not look like my grandmother. However, I knew it was my grandmother. So why am I saying this to you? Because things aren't always cut and dry. They're not necessarily just handed to you on a silver platter. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. So when it comes to these dreams and all these different things that can come out in dreams, just remember it's not just clear cut and blue is blue and orange is orange. Sometimes the blue may be greenish blue. Okay, just as an example. So But visitations are huge, and those that have crossed over usually will show up during those times. That's when you know it's a visitation. It is so, so real. So, okay, late here. Sandy says late here. Not sure if you discussed, but I feel like I don't dream anymore. Okay, Sandy. Yeah, we did. Dana says I don't remember if I dream, but I deja vu a lot. Okay, let's look at that for a minute, and then am going to try to get back to the couple of questions. Let me just look here for a moment. Give me a second. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Princess Sophia, home warming on Thursday. Well, I'm actually, Thursday's when I get the keys. I got to go do some prep stuff and all that good stuff, move some things myself. Friday, the movers are coming. So I'm going to be not having a gay old time. Anyhow, okay, moving right along. It's like 100 degrees already. I'm not a heat person. Okay, I'm done complaining. Here we go. I'm just blessed that I have a safe place to live. I always have. I'm just saying. I'm very blessed. I'm very appreciative. All right, so here we go. Sandra, I have done dream interpretation for many years, and I'm really enjoying sitting in on this topic tonight. Thank you, Sandra. That is very cool. Okay, let me see because I got a lot of questions about what does this mean and what does this mean and what does this mean. So let me go back up here for a minute because I had a couple questions I went by and I want to go back into it. Okay, Princess Sophia, what is the difference when we remember a dream clearly, but others only when we wake, but quickly forget it? Um, I'm not really sure, to be honest, Princess Sophia. If I'm going to be, you know me. I'm not going to make up answers, you guys. That's not the type of person I am. If I don't know something, I'm going to tell you. But how I could possibly answer that is I want to say two things. I want to answer that in two ways, and I heard it from my team. So here you go. First of all, some dreams we remember clearly because we're supposed to, and we need to get those messages, and we need to figure it out on a conscious basis. All right. Or the ones that we wake and quickly forget. I'm a firm believer if we've got the information we need, we've got the information we need. So somebody said, I don't remember if I dream or I feel like I don't dream anymore. What I want to say is, I believe, excuse me, guys. Sorry. I believe that because I have the same thing. I do. I rarely do I remember my dreams. Working hard, and so usually by the time I go to bed, I'm wiped from the day. I got lots of clients and lots of fun stuff I'm doing, but it still does wipe me out. So, but I don't remember my dreams most times. Okay, but I know I'm dreaming. I know either I'm dreaming, or here we go. Let's talk about astral traveling. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about that. So either we're astral traveling, which means our spirit team is taking us to places that we need to go, for a myriad of reasons. I could probably spend the next hour giving you reasons why we do that, which I'm not going to do, of course. Excuse me. But that is another thing that we, during sleep time, can we astral travel when we're awake? Yes. I don't think I ever could have said that, but I've had an experience in the last 6 months that, yeah, we can. So I'm going to leave it at that. Yes. Yes, we can. Okay, but usually it's done at night because again, we're not in our mind. When we're in a awake state, our defenses are up. We're in the physical world, and so we're not as open or receptive. Okay, and that's why astral traveling will happen when we're sleeping. And I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more in just a moment. Let me go in here too, and again, I wanna catch up here a little bit on some of these comments. I love this, you guys. This is just I love all the interaction. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It just makes my day. Okay, so let me see. Melissa says, what about when you are waking up and your body feels paralyzed and you can't speak? It is the scariest feeling I have ever experienced. Okay. That fits in with the astral traveling. So I'm going to make a note on that, Melissa, because I do want to catch up a little bit more on some of these comments. I'm trying to keep in real time as much as possible. And then we're going to talk a little bit about that with the astral traveling a little bit more, okay? June, she says, I hope I haven't missed much. You know what, sweetheart? This live and all of my lives are always posted on my page afterwards. So you guys, if you missed any part of it or you want to replay it or you want to share it with friends, whatever you want to do, it is there on my page. Just feel free and you can replay it, share it, whatever. So, okay. Okay, so Princess Sophia, you actually responded to Melissa's comment about feeling paralyzed, and you say, "This has happened to me. I feel spirit are present." Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Like I said, yeah, Princess Sophia, you feel the pain of the move, right? Yeah, yeah. Janice says, yes, I agree. You do know the difference between a visitation and a dream about a person who passed over. All right. Okay. Joshua is responding also to Melissa's comment about feeling paralyzed. Happened to me as well, but the experts will blame an extremely rare occurrence based on science. Well, yeah, that's true. Um, Katie, now what's someone dreaming that they're in a different places that I've never seen before, but seems so real? Princess Sophia is talking about a past life. We'll talk about that. I would agree, Katie. Um, but I also want to say it could be astral traveling. So it could be past life or it could be astral traveling. So that's the way I want to address that with you, Katie. It could be one or the other or both. All right. So Linda Lou says one of the most profound dreams I ever had was I was at a very down time in my life. I found my sorry, hold on. There we go. I keep hitting the see more, but it's bringing up. So there we go. Okay. I was kept bringing you up instead, Linda Lou, your information. Okay. Um, I was at a very down time in my life. I found myself looking to the stars, and then I was on another planet, looking through the trees down at Earth. There was a woman there, black as coal hair, pulled back in a bun, dark skin in a white robe. I was scurrying around trying to figure things out, and she stopped me and told me I didn't have to try to figure out everything myself, that they had been trying to help me, but I needed to get out of my own way. After that, I was back on Earth looking through the trees, back at the moon. A voice asked me which direction I wanted to be placed. I said, and then he placed me in the opposite direction. After that dream, I took the message to heart. Within 48 hours, I had my first client to build websites for, and within a few weeks after my calendar was full. That's awesome. That's awesome. So that was very prophetic for you. And that is very, very cool. That is a whole nother way that spirit will use dream time to guide us and help us along. Some of us are much more receptive than other people. Yes, that came out right. Mabel, sleep paralysis could be aliens. Um, you know, it is possible. I'm not going to really get into that subject though, because it's a whole nother ball game. And tonight's is about dreams. But I could say how I would just address that and say it is possible, definitely. Okay, so let me see. I'm catching up here again. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Oh, itchy nose, guys. Excuse me. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about astral traveling. Um, let's I'm going to go ahead and talk about the paralysis right away because I want to make sure that I do remember to address that. So, what I see astral traveling as is like our soul is taken and we're taken to all kinds of other dimensions, maybe even other universes, planets, what have we. And To me, I'm a believer that we have like a golden thread, if you will, that connects our soul, our spirit to our physical body. And so when we astral travel, we project out of the body or we're taken out of our body by spirit. And what happens is um, we have that silver thread. I say silver thread. I don't know if I said golden before, but it's silver um, that connects us. And I think that sometimes the paralysis part is when we come back from astral traveling, I think it depends on how we kind of come back into our body. And I think the paralysis, and I'm being told by my team too. So I started to go into that and I heard them confirm what I was about to say. I think sometimes we may physically wake up before we're fully back in or back connected the way we need to be. And I think that that's where the paralysis comes from. It's almost like our soul isn't quite back all the way yet. So the functioning of the two bodies, the soul body and the physical body, haven't quite connected. The circuits haven't quite fully connected yet. And so that's what I believe that the paralysis could be about. Now I just got to say it because it's just something I do have to say. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose. I don't take the place of any medical professional. So if you're having issues waking up paralyzed in the morning, please go see a doctor. But from the aspect of astral traveling, astral projection. That's what I want to say. I think the paralysis may be about. Okay, so let me catch up here. We got some more good comments. All right, all right. So Sandra Dean answered Melissa about the paralysis. Experts will say it's you in between REM sleep, or easier explained is you are passing between wakefulness and sleep. That being said, my experience is astral travel. Yeah, okay. Linda Lou says, I had sleep paralysis dreams for 5 years in a row. Every night, a dark shadow figure would come into my room and try to lay on top of me. I would only try to wake up and I would try to wake up and couldn't, but I was fully aware, and the only way I could come out of that terror was I would wake up yelling the Lord's Prayer. Well, Linda Lou, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that is one of the things that brings me up to another piece here that I was going to make sure that I mentioned. Um, because of the work that I do, I have things set up with my spirit team. Certain things in place, certain guidelines, certain protections, certain boundaries, certain understandings. And one of the things that I always make sure that we are reaffirming and reconfirming is, and I know they're always around to protect me, but I always do the extra affirmations or confirmations with them that they are protecting me, and that only the highest vibrations. Okay, because it seems like something got opened up. Linda Lou, obviously, every time you went to sleep, there's some portal or something that opened up, but it's in the past. So I don't want to get too far into it. And portals are a whole nother ball game, which, I've dealt with. But, if any of you are having any kind of upsetting dreams, or you're astral traveling and you're just not sure you're feeling comfortable, you have a right to talk to your team. Okay. And that just brought up a story that actually an experience I had. I don't even remember how long ago this is. It's got to be at least 10 years ago, if not longer, but I'll never forget. I was sleeping, and one night, in the middle of all of that, had to stop my team from taking me astral traveling, because what happened was, and how did I know? I don't know, but I did. I just know that they pulled me out of my body, like they pulled my soul, my it sounds kind of weird. It's not that they pulled me out, but they took my soul. They parted my soul. I don't know. They guided my soul. There we go. It's a much better word. Oh, that one's so much better. Okay. They guided my soul to go astral traveling, but they pulled me out way too fast. And I almost went into a spin mode, believe it or not. And I became aware enough consciously that I told my team, we're not doing this, way too fast. Take me back. And that's what I did that night. So, and they did, it stopped, but I felt it. It was way too quick for my physical body to handle it, how quickly they were taking my soul to go travel, or borrowing, whatever. I don't even like that word. Guiding my soul. There we go. Taking my soul sounds so, whoa. Okay, guiding my soul. So anyhow, yes, we have a right to talk to our team about our dreams, about our sleep state. If you are getting, okay, I'll use the word harassed by other by beings, okay, or bothered. Let's use the word bothered. I'm on a tear tonight. Let's use the word bothered, okay, because I've had so many experiences of them. I once woke up to a card game in my bedroom. Yeah, the spirits were having a card game in my bedroom. Very interesting. Anyhow, we have a right to ask for certain things. We have a right to talk to our team about our dream, about our our sleep state. If you don't want to be bothered, there were nights that I had to say, okay, guys, I got to sleep through the night. Okay. So nobody's to bother me tonight. Okay, because being a psychic, knocking on the door constantly almost. So there have been times where I can't. Most times I don't even know I'm doing it. I do a lot of work when I'm not even aware, and I know that, and that's fine. But there were times it was affecting me, and I'm like, ah. So we have a right to have some boundaries and parameters with our spare team. Don't think that they own this. You do. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right. Okay. Allison, hello, Allison. I asked for trouble once after watching the movie The Fourth Kind. I now know that there was a reason it happened, but I forced myself to wake up before I wandered off too far from my body. Then I now understand why it happened. Okay, cool. Dana, since I was in grade school, I can't get up like my internal clock is broken as if I'm not here. It makes me get up late often. Well, that's interesting. You can try to work with your team on that. Dana, I would. Why not? See if you can get it worked out. Okay, Katie, I know lately when I wake up, I'll wake up with a weird sensation like my dream ended with me waking up, if that makes sense. Yes, it does, because I've had that happen a lot to me. But I didn't dream of me waking up like a schedule almost. Okay, so yeah, sometimes, look, we could get into a very long, probably even lively discussion, scientific versus, the spiritual or metaphysical. Um, there could be reasons for all of this. So again, something like that, Katie, if it's something you want to work out, talk to your team. Seriously. So just a thought, just a thought. All right. Linda Lou, I also used to astral project a lot until one night I couldn't get back through the material wall. It scared me and I haven't been able to astral project since. Also found out my paternal father used to astral project also. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, the scaring you, not being able to get back through the material wall. That's where we can talk to our spirit team because that's their job to make sure that we're brought back, intact. And so before before any of us goes to sleep, if you have certain things, talk to your team about it. And even if it's not about sleeping and dream and astral projecting, it's a perfect time. So, okay. Excuse me again, guys. Okay. Katie says I also wake up at night 3 times a day. Katie, I do a lot of that, especially, I don't know, the last couple of weeks. It seems like everybody seems to be sleep patterns are really wonky. And what I believe is happening is I believe the energy is starting to rev up. And I think we're about ready to level up as a whole, as an aggregate, as a collective. Okay. And so I think that that's a part of it. And I think certain people, maybe like myself who does this for a living, we're being called upon to do some extra work, I'm sure. Because I know that's part of pardon me, my purpose is to help raise the vibration of this planet. I'm not doing what I'm doing just cause. Excuse me. I have a real purpose, not only to help all of you, but to also help this planet collectively as best I can. And I don't say that from ego. I just say it because I know who I am. I know I'm a light worker. I know this is what I do. Anyhow, I think that's, sometimes when we're being asked to do some extra work, we can be, could cause us to wake up too. So I think there's a lot going on with the energy right now. I'm starting to get some messages and inklings of that happening. It started a few days ago. Spirit's starting to make me aware that some things are about to shift in a fairly big way collectively. And I think it's a positive thing. That's the way I feel about it. So, okay. So, Ann Lady, hello, Ann Lady. How are you, sweetheart? It looks like somebody responded to you, honey. I hope you're going to stay with us, though. And Thursdays are Table Talk Thursdays. Every week we pick a different topic. Tonight we're talking about dreams. My regular mini psychic reading lives are on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Arizona time. I also I'm usually doing about one other psychic mini reading live during, sometime during the same weekend. It just depends on when spirit guides me to. So, make sure you're following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page, and that way you'll get notifications of when I go live, and make sure your notifications are set to favorites. All right. Mabel, been there. Yes. Okay. Allison, I remember watching my body sleeping next to my ex-husband and seeing the silver string of light attaching my soul to my physical body. Well, there you go. You saw it, Allison. I don't want to ever hear you tell me that you're not psychic. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. You are very connected. I know I tell you that a lot in readings, I think. I don't remember the readings, but I'm pretty sure you're one of the ones I'm like, you're very, very connected. So that's very cool. I have never experienced it in the sense of seeing it, but I know it exists. So that's very cool. That's neat. Okay, what about waking up at every night at 3 a.m.? Sometimes, Melissa, the waking up at 3 a.m. every night, first of all, there's a message there. Make sure you're looking at the clock. There could be something to do with the time. Okay, so note that. It also could be, it's almost like, I don't want to say it's your the bewitching hour, but between about 1 and 4 is when most spirits are most active. Okay, it's dark. We're in a deeper sleep. We're in that place that they can reach us easier. Okay, and and so that's part of it. If somebody is open, they will start to, try and get your attention. That's part of the experiences I've had during sleep time. I'll get woken up by spirits. This is a long time ago. I've got everything in place that just, no, I'm not inviting it. No invitations. Just, my spirit team's like, so you want, you're inviting us tonight. I'm like, no, no, I want to sleep through the night as best as possible. Okay, so Janice says, I would love to hear your story. It was 1 minute ago, and I have to be honest, honey, what story? Because I don't remember. Tell me. I might have already said it, sweetheart. Janice, let me know what you were referring to. Yes, to Melissa's spirit present. Yes, Princess Sophia usually is trying to get your attention. There you go. Okay. Sandy, what can you do to encourage dreams? I used to have them, and it almost felt like it files my day life. It fills my day life and sorts it out, but I don't have any. Um, Sandy, what I'm going to say, sweetheart, is chances are, Sandy, that you are having dreams. But like I said earlier, and I'm not sure if you were here for that, and that's fine, not a problem, but I'll repeat it just in case you weren't, sweetheart. Um, I don't remember most of my dreams. For a while there, I was like, am I even dreaming? Seriously, I get it. But then I recognized and realized that it's not that I'm not dreaming, it's just it's on a different level. And that anything that I'm supposed to be receiving through the dream state is going to be downloaded for me. Downloading is a whole different ball game. It's just a different ball game. Some people, if they're open enough to it, it's almost like downloads of information where we don't even have to know, but it's there, you know, and we know the information once it's downloaded. We don't consciously know it, but we know it. So, Sandy, I want to say, chances are you probably are dreaming. You're just not remembering them. All right. So Allison says, I've had clairvoyant, clairsentient pop up in the readings. Okay, I thought so, Allison. But that experience, wow, wow, that's cool. Okay, so Melissa says, I do feel that as if I'm not alone. Sometimes it's a peaceful feeling, other times eerie. Okay, well, Melissa, if it's peaceful, then okay, the highest vibrations are around. If it's feeling eerie, I'm going to go, say the same thing I say a lot of different times. It's called upon Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael can come help and clear the energy. Very important. All right. Excuse me a minute, guys. Um, Lots of times, they know those that are open. They know those that are, have the light, and the light shines. It's almost like a lighthouse, you know? And so they are trying to find most of these spirits that just want to be recognized. So, they want someone to be aware that they're there, or they might have a message to get through to you, or hope that you'll give it to someone else. That's what happened with my dream with my grandmother. I think I got sidetracked. I don't know if I even finished. Well, I did. I said what I had to say then, but that's what happened. My grandmother showed up and had a message for my mother, but it didn't look like her at all. Yet I did wake up knowing that I had to get a message to my mother. So okay, so Mario, I'm sorry I'm late. That's okay, Mario. There's no, I'd love for you to get here right when we start, but always know everyone that these lives, all of my lives, psychic mini reading lives, these lives, any lives I ever do, they're all on my page. There's a video tab, and you can always find all of them that I'm doing this for months and months and months. So no problem, sweetheart. There's no like I'm looking at my watch going, where's Mario? Oh, I know what you were doing, Mario. Okay, I know what you were doing. And you know what I'm about to say. You were driving around trying to find your hamburger. because that night you were driving around picking up your hamburger. I know you were. You were out getting a hamburger that night. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Janice asked me, how did I know I was meant to do this work? Well, well, well. Are you sure you want to hear that story? Because it's not about dreams. Let me go through some of these other comments and I will. It's not a short story. It's not a long story, but it's not a short story. Let me see if I can get it in tonight. Okay, June. Every night I wake up about 1:46 and I always say, please don't be time to get up. That is funny, but you know what? 146, I would look it up in a numbers book. If you have an angel's numbers book, I would look up 146 and see what it says. Doreen Virtue. I know Doreen Virtue, but I have a lot of her stuff. This was before she went off into another direction. That's how I'll put it. Okay. So I'm not going to say anything else about her, but I still enjoy a lot of her things. So I have her angel numbers book, and I would look it up because lots of times that's messages too. Princess Sophia, I put a glass of water by my bed, take a sip of water, and ask a question. Yes, perfect. Thanks for repeating it. Okay, awesome. You're welcome. What about dream catchers? I heard some people say they're good and some say not to have them. Okay. Samantha, to be honest, I don't know tons about dream catchers. I know they're Native American. I know that Native Americans, I believe, and if I misspeak, please forgive me. I'm going from what I know and what I've been told. Okay. I'm definitely don't, it's not like I know firsthand. But with the dream catchers, I think the Native Americans look at them as a way to protect during dream state. That's why they put up dream catchers, is for protection, so it catches those dreams. Um, I think it depends on just your personal feeling about it. If there's some beautiful dream catchers out there that pardon me guys that people have put all kinds of crystals and stones on so they can serve a purpose, so it just depends. It's individual. I think I don't see any issue with them personally, but I think it depends on everybody's own feeling about it. So, Sandy, that's sweet. You're thinking, yes, out getting his hamburgers, right? Everybody knows that. Yeah, Mario, always, right? We know. So, all right. You're welcome, Samantha. Okay. So let me do this. Does anybody else have any other questions kind of about dreams? Hi, Sandy. Um, we didn't get through some of the things I was going to talk about, but I'm trying to figure out you want to hear my story about how I knew I was to do this work, or do you want me to continue dreams? Because I do have a few more things I can say. It's up to you guys. I'm here for you, so you let me know. Natalie says, somebody put some comments in there, guys. Let me know how you want me to wrap up the last 5 minutes or so. Okay, you want to hear my story, the abbreviated version? I can do that, or we can do a few more things with dreams. Just let me know. Hi, Sandy. Let me know, guys. Put it in the comments. Okay, so glad to have you here, Sandy. I hope your birthday was fun. Okay, you want to hear it all? I'm sure, Samantha. That's pretty funny. Natalie says, I don't remember my dreams, but wake up every morning at 6:30 no matter what. Does it mean anything? I used to wake up 9 a.m., can't anymore. It could mean something. I have to be honest, though. I'm not necessarily sure it does. Sometimes it's just our internal clock. Sometimes it's because we've gone through a lot of stress. Sometimes it's we're aging. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons. But really more than anything, what I want to make sure I do say with all of this, okay, messages, visitations, astral projection, or astral travel, whatever you want to call it, to know if it's truly messages, you want to ask yourself, how does it feel? What emotions, or what are you feeling with it? What were you feeling in the dream? I know myself, I've had some very strong emotions in the middle of dreams. And those are the ones I tend to remember because I'm reacting to it, or reacting to the messages. And so feeling is going to be a good guide. Okay, so just remember that piece. Um, okay. So June. Oh, okay. Sandra Dean, you found it for June. Okay. Hi, Maria. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. So thank you. I'm glad you're here with us. Angel number 146 is asking you to release your fears and anxieties, and your angels are there to help you. It also references your inner strength is your best attribute. Thank you, Sandra. That's awesome. Sandy says, not really. I was resting. Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you're resting and you're able to, okay? What is my overall take on dreams, please? All right. So, my overall take on dreams. Lots of reasons we have them. Again, I'm looking at the spiritual side of things, not the scientific side. Um, we manifest, we work through fears and issues. We get messages. We can get precognition. It's just a foreknowing. I used to get premonitions, precognitions, I guess is really what they're called, all the time. That's what I grew up on. Some not so pleasant, some okay. So, and visitations. So dreams serve a whole lot of purpose. It also allows us time to, astral travel. Okay. I think that there's a lot of wealth to be mined from our dreams. I don't want anybody to, worry that they're not remembering their dreams or getting concerned. Oh gosh, I don't know what it means. It's not about that. It's just doing your best to be in some awareness and having a pen and paper next to you if you can. And just if you remember anything, just scribble even a word, whatever it is. Again, though, please, if you cannot remember your dreams, there's nothing, not like there's something wrong with you. I mean, most 99% of the time, okay, 98% of the time, I don't remember my dreams personally. But you see, I don't worry about it because I know I'm getting everything I'm supposed to get. The spirit always has a way of getting it through, right? So, and there are dreams that I do remember. Those are the ones. Remember, if we're supposed to remember them, though, in some ways, because we're supposed to. But if we're not, I think that we've gotten what we need out of it. That, again, I mean, I guess I'm just saying the same thing in different wording. So that's the way I look at it when it comes to dreams. Okay. Princess Sophia says, when we don't remember a dream, is it because we are not ready to take it in? Well, that's part of it. But I also just said, too, I think that we take in what we're supposed to. And yes, we're not always going to take it all in. We know, our higher selves know. Okay. That's the most important thing. Sandra says, I've often wondered the same thing. Well, that's how I would respond to that. As for a nightmare, what does that mean? I knew somebody was going to ask about that. It's nightmares lots of times are to bring you into awareness of something you're fearing or something that you have unresolved, your personal demons, if you want to call it that. I'm not so keen on that word, but and the thing is that these things come through sleep time because sometimes we are so resistant as human beings. Our minds are extremely strong and they can be lock boxes, and sometimes we're very resistant. So I believe that nightmares sometimes are about those things that maybe we haven't dealt with yet, that it's time to. All right. So that's the way I would look at that when it comes to it. Hi, Diana. How are you? Welcome. Okay. Let me see. I know. Let me see. Fear of the unknown. Yeah, that's part of it. Let's see. I think they connect to different subconscious levels of your mind to take it in without realizing. I like that. I like the way you put that, Samantha. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. All right. So we're actually just at the 8 o'clock hour. So what I'm going to do is this. We've spoken about dreams tonight. I think that we kind of closed it on up. And what I'll do is I'll take the next few minutes and I'll just tell you a abbreviated version of my story. Hopefully it's only a few minutes. Those that know me personally, I am a storyteller. I always take the long way around. So if you're my friend, just buckle in because we're going to be talking for a while. Anyhow, well, I'll share with you quickly an abbreviated version of how what happened. It is somewhat of a long story, but I've always had this ability. I've always been aware of it, but unaware of what it really meant. Okay, I didn't have some people have generations that they can follow, that generations of psychics or intuitives and I didn't. I had to find my own way. So I had lots of precogn precognitive dreams, premonitions. I've been told a lot of things, and some of it actually, I mean, I was told something when I was 8 years old, and we're living it now. So that was years ago, lots of decades ago. And at 8 years old, I didn't even understand the words. So these are the experiences I've had over the years. And as time went on, I've always been extremely psychically connected. And what really was the catalyst, to be honest, for me to do this professionally was after my father passed. And I was really starting to awaken to my abilities. I was really starting to recognize there's something else going on for me. I spent a lot of years, like I said, very aware but very unaware, or not really knowing what it was all about. And I'll never forget when I was 19 years old. I mean, my parents were very open minded and took me, for readings and things like that. And I'll never forget, I was 19 years old and I had a psychic look at me and say, "You are so psychic. Why are you not doing this work?" And I just remember, I just kind of, okay. But I do know that because I wasn't ready. Okay. So that's fine. But after my father passed, I really was starting to work with the energy and really starting to kind of figure out who I was, and that the word psychic was exactly every fiber of my being and so forth. And my father from the other side was the catalyst because I was in my home. Now, I was a mother of young kids at the time, very young kids, but they had gone to school. I'd taken them to school. And I'll never forget, I'm in the house and I said, "Okay, Dad, I know you're here. Send me a sign." And oh boy, did he. Scared the living bejeebies out of me. Even though I knew he was there and I asked for the sign, I hit the ceiling. I gotta say, I'm dating myself a little bit, but you guys, I don't know if any of you remember those Robo Dogs they used to sell. They were little, when electronics were really just kind of. Remember, my kids are in their 20s now, but way back when, and they were the little dog that would go "Ruff, ruff, 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 ruff," with his little mouth, and anyhow, my kids have been gone for a good hour, and all of a sudden, out of my daughter's room, that Robo Dog went off and barked a couple times. And I hit the ceiling. And for whatever reason, I knew then and there, I knew there was something more. And I knew I was very connected. And I knew um, whatever it was that plugged me in that moment. And it's been a journey. Um, been rocky road at times, been a lot of ups and a lot of downs. I've been doing this professionally for over 20 years now. Um, but I feel very, very blessed that I'm starting to get the chills. I feel very, very blessed that I am graced with this ability that, oh, you guys are going to make me cry. Here we go again. That I can help others. Through this journey, I've done a tremendous amount of healing of self. And it has allowed me a lot of compassion to help others. I've always been a very compassionate, loving person, very sensitive. I'm an empath too. Can't understand hurting other people. I can't even still to this day wrap my head around it. But um and through that journey, that process of my father really just saying, "Hey, I'm here. You really got to get this going." I just knew, and my team stepped in, and it's been a beautiful journey. It has allowed me to live my purpose, live my dream, help others. It's all I've ever, ever, ever wanted to do. And just my own personal life too. It's been quite a honor and a blessing in so many ways. So I probably went on a little longer than the few minutes, but there's so much more I could share about my story. But in a nutshell, that's how it all went down. My father scared the bejeebies out of me to get me to really open up and see that this is the very solid path that my feet belong on, is helping all of you, being available through the psychic gifts and abilities that I have to share the love and joy and compassion and hopefully, just hopefully, help you along your journey, even if it's just one little step, then that brings me such joy. So that's my story. I am who I am. I can't separate it out. I am psychic. That's it's very much part of my being is me being Elyse Ann. And so yeah, so thank you to all of you for all that you do to support me and share me with people and share, have people come to me and invite people and recommend people and everything you guys do. I just I can't even I can't even express totally how much gratitude I have. So with that being said, you can tell I'm getting choked up. So with that being said, I want to say thank you everyone so much for being here tonight, Table Talk Thursdays. Again, I just want to let you know next weekend is my moving weekend. So next week will be no Table Talk Thursdays. Right now, my plan is to do my weekly Wednesday reading live. If I get closer and find I can't, then I'll make an announcement. But right now, I have plans to do that on Wednesday. Thursday, I get the keys to the new place. So I'll be running all weekend. So thank you again, you guys. Thank you for making this such a lovely and lively conversation. I absolutely love it. So thank you, thank you. And yes, I did ask you, right? I did, Princess Sophia. And so anyhow, all right. I was just looking at a few other comments. Princess Sophia, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate all of you. And Sandra, we are all very blessed that you accepted your gifts and share with us. Thank you. You guys, I every night almost I pinch myself. Not literally, but these are tears of joy that I get to live my dream. So continue to help me living my dream and helping you. So let me know how I can be of service to you. If you're ever guided, let's do a private one-on-one session and just keep sending people to my page and sharing me out. Really, that's what it comes down to. So to all of you, have a wonderful rest of your evening, afternoon, or morning, depending upon where you are in the world. Thank you for allowing me to share my story of how this all happened for me. Really, you can tell I'm grinning ear to ear because this is my joy. So much love, many blessings, and I will see all of you very, very soon. Mwah! Take good care, everyone. Be well.